name is Michelle Spencer, and I am here to discuss the Spencer's theory of self-regulation. We have all been talking about how nurses need to be self-resilient, and overall how humans are needing to be self-resilient. And I'm here to say that it's okay to not be okay and to take the time needed to self-regulate. Nurse burnout is real, and because nurses have a physically and mentally, emotionally demanding profession. We care for our patients fully with our hearts, minds, and bodies. We are exhausted. Burnout leads to professionals leaving nursing careers or even committing suicide. Since the COVID-19 pandemic, the suicide rate for nurses have increased. Currently, 33% of nurses are leaving the nursing profession before 2 years in the field. It is time to recognize our personal needs and set healthy and ethical boundaries, and empowering us to be able to do our own personal self-care. Utilizing or regulating with Orem self-care theory, which used 4 aspects of theory: core values, practical science, philosophical foundation, and sociological nursing, I was able to create a self-regulation model. We want to keep in mind that our goal is to, of course, maintain best patient outcomes. But through interprofessional teams, family-centered care, we develop active listening and thorough communication, and develop trust, maintain safety while being empathetic. This can cause us to be mentally, physically, emotionally overstimulated, whether it's a small stimulation or a big stimulation as a really traumatic event. This can lead to burnout. So we want to really educate ourselves on emotional intelligence, recognizing when we are becoming emotionally dysregulated. The first step is self-awareness, so we can build confidence and maintain boundaries. Allowing this to happen, we can maintain our relationships with our interprofessional team and share our experiences and continue learning from those experiences and continued education with a mentor, and allowing for time for debriefing after a serious trauma or even a minor discussion with a patient that needs to happen. The way to have time to self-regulate is to take a time out. Just like a toddler, we need to take a step back to dissociate and re-regulate our emotions and thinking. Over time, we'll be able to do this quickly, but sometimes we might have to step away for a period of time to be able to self-reflect, find that emotional regulation, and be able to provide conflict resolution. Then you can find the time, make the time for self-care and self-compassion and prevent burnout. So you can be that resilient nurse, be that resilient person that society believes us to be, but know that it's okay to take a step back and take that time out. How does this relate to a DNP? DNP are nurses that are providers, nurse leaders, executives, and educators. As leaders, we want to be the example of emotional regulation and self-regulation and self-resilience for our followers. Leadership increases our demands, so we must be aware of our realistic boundaries and maintain those boundaries. DNP prepared nurses require strong communication skills, and this model develops and maintains those strong communication skills with our interprofessional team and the patients we care for and colleagues. Our goal is to increase nurse resilience and retain nurses and our nurse faculty, and educate further for their students, so we can continue to grow and maintain this profession. Burnout happens in all aspects of our lives, whether we're nurses, whether we're husbands or wives, sons and daughters, our siblings. Being self-aware when we're being overstimulated and taking that step back will help us self-regulate and prevent that burnout in the future. The goal is always to maintain our healthcare professional resilience, but we want to make sure that the patient has the best outcomes and is satisfied as well. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I look forward to any questions if there are any. Please reach out. Thank you.